So our goal was to, prepare a chatbot for the website, for our Sky Solutions website. So essentially, this is to help the user experience, improve the user experience, especially for those people, who are visiting our website and would like to get some and what we do and what we've done in the past, or what we are capable of doing and things like that. Right. So we've taken the low code, no code approach in terms of delivering this solution. So we've used the Copilot Studio, which is built on top of OpenAI large language model. So what this does is that, the advantage of using this is without having to uh, do a lot of development work. You can just provide the knowledge bases, and then it would give you all the information with the generative AI using the natural language processing with the help of the LLMs. Uh, so let me so So these are the chat examples that I have for you. I'll also share the link with you as to how you can also use the chatbot and how it would give you responses. So the knowledge base that we have provided for this is our Sky Solutions website itself. So since we have most of the company information already uh, made available in our website, so the questions that are being asked by the users is being referenced to one, the Sky Solutions website, and also we've also attached another knowledge base, which is the company overview document, which provides a lot of other information which is not available in the company website. So why are we using the Copilot, or how does it actually work? Is because we can there are a lot of advantages of using this Copilot, where you can automate things, you can provide generative AI answers to the customer's questions, and the response times could be very little from the development to the delivery. And also you can also reduce the manpower as well, where which could help a lot of man hours as well. So how does this actually work is that, when the user is submitting the user prompt, it goes through the Copilot portal. And from there, there's a conversational plugin which which will try to understand the data, and then it'll uh, match that data with the knowledge base and see what kind of responses would be appropriate, and then send it back to the customer, whoever is asking those questions. So there are so let me show you another screen about how we actually did the implementation of this. So if you look at this, this is the actual tool that we used to set up this AI chatbot. There are multiple options of how you would like to initiate these conversations for setting up the responses. Like there's something called as topics, which you can create a topic based off of a knowledge base, or for boosting the conversation, or for a greeting, or for a fallback conversation, or an unknown intent, or anything like that, right? So you can provide all of that information. So for example, if this is I'd like to show about one simple thing, which is provide information about Sky Solutions, right? So I have only set up the initial conversation, but when I come here, I sorry. So when the customer is selecting the digital innovation, right? So I give them a prompt as to what the response should be, and then I also provide the data sources from where the information should be pulled for providing information about data innovation. And the generative AI does the job of pulling all of that information from the website and putting it to the customer in a presentable format. So similarly, we have different topics set up for different things. So for example, such as capability statement or contract vehicles or our past performance, things like that. Uh, So you can also automate things, like I said earlier. So for example, if there is a customer who is willing to talk to someone, right, with the help of adaptive cards, you can throw a form towards the customer and ask them to fill out the form, and then we can have someone from our sales team follow up with the website visitor, or in a wide range scenarios, like where you would like to use this similar situation in different other use cases, right? So in cases of HR within our company, so if there could be one of our employees who would like to know about a certain policy, right? They don't really have to go back and talk to the HR or send out an email to know about it. They could just come here and ask their question, and based off of the knowledge base, we can provide them the respective answers that they're looking for. And we also have the option to authenticate a user before providing a specific information to them. Such as, they want to know any of their sensitive information in terms of their payroll or their account credentials or something like that. We can verify who they say they are, and then once it is validated, then we can provide those specific details to the user. So I will also share the link with you for the demo chat, which we have it here. Once we're off this meeting, you guys can go through the chat session. And if you have any questions, you can always feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to answer those questions. So, and one more thing that I just wanted to add in this is when I talk about knowledge base, it is not just about websites that you can add here. There's a whole lot of data sets that you can add. You can pull the data from public websites. You can pull it from data sources like the databases like SQL, Oracle, different databases, or you can also connect it to the SaaS platforms like ServiceNow, SAP, and various other things. So from the examples which Rajesh and Paul were talking about, right? So we could also use those CSV files in this. I mean, we can upload those CSV files here, and then use those CSV files as a knowledge base to automate retrieving information from those CSV files as well. So this is a simpler approach of to provide generative answers to customers' questions.
I like it. I do have a question though about the
Yes, sure.
cost. What was the cost for going? I initially started off by trying to use um, Azure's AI tools and going through Azure and their they are incorporated with OpenAI and using their
Right.
tools. But Azure gave me $200, so to speak, to play with, and I burned through that like in 3 days. So I was curious as to like the cost of training and tokenizing the answers and responses in Copilot.
Right. You're right. The cost is $200 per application, but Microsoft also gives you a free trial of about 30 days for you to play around with.
Okay, yeah, because like I said, that was the only issue I was running into. Like I said, it seemed for me, anyways, that those $200, like I said, I burned through them in 3 days trying to train a model on the
Right.
OpenAI platform versus the Google where I was able to do that. So I was just curious about the cost on that. Yeah.
Right.
So I have a question for all the teams. Thanks, Santosh, for the presentation and all the work put into this. Um, but for most of the teams, most everybody didn't have an AI background. What does each team kind of recommend for people out in the audience that are interested in AI or maybe technical but don't know where to start? Like what are the steps that we need to take in order to do something like the projects that you all did today or showed off today?
Well, as a language basic, if I can start off here, I would say Python. If you're not familiar with Python at all, I wasn't coming into this project. So at least looking into Python, a lot of the AI stuff does work with Python. Again, they are getting more sophisticated to where they have UI front ends like the Copilot one that does help. But to dig deeper in the weeds, an understanding of Python, and then maybe some basic understanding of the data science behind it. I was not as familiar with the data science behind it. I don't have a data science background, so there was a lot to learn as far as what they mean when they talk about the training models and the number of prompts and things like that.
All right. So we're 4 minutes past here, but I do want to leave. If anybody has any questions for the teams, I think we can go, another minute or two here.
The only concern, like what I have, like even though we can make those plugin like Chatbot or any other things, like now how we can integrate with the existing application or existing website. Let's say Bhargav has done the Chatbot. Okay, now how we can integrate a website to our Sky website, which might be a plain HTML. So thus we did some homework, like how that existing chatbot can be plugged into the Sky website or any other website, which is like like it might be made up of any language, right? So those integration within that we need to at least, because there are few plugins we need to follow, but based on the certain subscription with the Azure, maybe some other tool, right, which you guys are using, that might not be compatible with those websites, which has been designed in React, Angular, or maybe some other PHP, or maybe we are not sure. So that at least we need to do some homework, like where we are, even though it is main purpose is to how to integrate the plugin to the Sky website, which might be a plain HTML vanilla code, but there might be something which is a React or Angular or PHP code that we need to at least think about.
Yeah, and
Yes,
there's some
President,
information out there. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. So I'll answer your question. Actually, I think I missed answering that piece in my presentation. So let me share my screen once again. So I think that's a pretty straightforward approach that we have here of integrating the chatbot within different applications. So a lot of these options also come out of the box solutions as well. So you can either integrate with any of the existing applications that you see here, or you can also use it on a custom website or on multiple other SaaS platforms as well.
Yes, so we do have Sky web page in the Facebook, right?
Yes.
So how we can integrate if someone open the Sky page on the Facebook? So immediately
They are providing a JavaScript code, which we just have to use it in the header of the website, and then the chatbot gets pulled automatically from there.
Yeah, I think that's the default for Allen AI as well. They had like a basic JavaScript vanilla version that you could just put in your web page, but they also had different versions for React, Angular, PHP specific, where you could just copy paste it into your HTML, your JavaScript, and be pulled automatically. So I'm assuming Windows is the same thing.
Yes, that is
copy
correct.
paste in whatever your web page is. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. And you can also use this on a mobile application as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to reiterate the same thing. I said there's quite a bit out there already on some of the integrations. I was briefly on a project a year ago where we were incorporating, trying to incorporate AI into to an internal website. And again, it was, the stuff was already out there. It was a React website, and it was pretty easy to find information on how to tie that AI model into React websites. A lot of code's already out there for stuff like that.
Any other questions? We sign off here.
Again,
Okay.
I'd just like to sum up with one simple reason why we also chose to do this chatbot. Swati was the one who recommended us to do this chatbot thing. So the idea behind having this is because we could probably use this as a prototype or something. So we can probably replicate this with some of our existing customers and make it more easier for their end users to access the information or retrieve the information or submit their forms or anything like that.
Yeah, I see Swati on the call here. Thank you to all the teams for submitting their ideas, going through the process of actually implementing it out, and then presenting it to us today. This whole hackathon process has brought a lot of kind of AI knowledge internally in-house into Sky. And I want to thank all the teams for all the hard work.